Greetings and salutations. Sorry, I'm late. Quick Commissions is on an important phone call and will be in the voice shortly. Fair enough. You got a little bit of time because I'm still eating my tea. So, hope you all don't mind. Welcome back, I'm Kyron Russmore, and today I will be playing Final Fantasy XIV with Quick Commissions. Who will be joining us as soon as possible on the voice and in-game. But yeah, my schedule at the moment is Final Fantasy on Tuesdays. On Thursdays it's going to be XCOM 2 for this week. However, that's likely to be the last XCOM 2 stream because I'm coming to the end of the game. So I might be delving into a little bit of the multiplayer on XCOM 2. And then I am going to be going on to Pillars of Eternity, which is going to be my Thursday streams. However, to try to get some semblance back into my Friday streams, because Resident Evil 4 kind of finished on a weird week, and for the Halloween weekend I wanted to do something that was kind of creepy, rather than Hitman 3, which isn't creepy, so I've put off the Hitman elusive target until this week. But that means that there's another elusive target next week, and I don't want to be doing 2 weeks of Hitman in a row when we've just only really done the start of Prey. So next week, what's probably going to happen, if I can rig it up this way, I think it will work. Might not work. Anyway, this week is likely to be Hitman on Friday. I'm pretty sure it's Hitman on Friday. But then next week, see, I don't think the elusive target will start by the Thursday. Might have to do the Prey on Thursday? But my cat and J Station won't be around. I don't know. I'll figure something out. But anyway. So XCOM 2 is coming to an end. I'm going to be moving on to Pillars of Eternity. And that's going to be the Thursday thing. Until the release of Endwalker, at which point Quick Commissions is going to go off and play that in Final Fantasy. And so I'm going to be going back to Pillars of Eternity Tuesdays and Thursdays. For at least a little while until Quick Commissions has done. I mean, you're shamelessly abandoning me, but you did at least forewarn me beforehand that it's like, yeah, I'm abandoning you on this day, but we can do the streams in the meantime, so that's what we're doing. And so yeah, I'm probably going to go back to Pillars of Eternity on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then maybe, depending on how things go, there's a lot of stuff in the air. It might come back to Quick Commissions and me being able to play on the Tuesdays to continue on with Final Fantasy XIV, but it's likely to get interrupted again some point in the new year. A lot of stuff going on. I'm tired. I wish I didn't have such a frantic schedule, but I do, and I love it, so we're just going to have to deal with that. And I will be still streaming 3 times a week, regardless of what I'm playing. It just might be a little bit up and down to begin with. And what gets played when. So yeah, I started Prey on Friday. Again, it's one of them where it's like, it's not quite as creepy, seeing as though I got friends joining me in the voice chat. But that is one creepy game. Wibble, my cat, Wibble indeed. Quick Commissions is just finishing up a phone call. And I'm just finishing up my tea. So, deal with it. was just mentioning how on Thursday I should be coming to the end of XCOM 2. You'll be on deck if I finish. I don't know how long the multiplayer of that is going to take. So, you know, if it's... I think if it's after 2.5 hours, we're just going to call it quits and be like, yep, let's do a synopsis of XCOM 2 and end the stream maybe a little bit early. I can talk for hours, so it might not... I'd still probably go for the full 3 hours, just me talking about XCOM 2. But I think if it finishes anywhere before 2.5 hours, then we'll jump onto the multiplayer. Give people a demonstration of that. I don't really know what to expect in the original XCOM. I say the original. XCOM Enemy Unknown, which is a 2017? But, you know, well, if our first foray into XCOM Multipass is anything to go by, it'll last about 5 minutes until something fails. I do hope that they've improved it slightly over XCOM, because it's just an entire facet of the game that you don't actually get to enjoy because it's just too busy crashing. It might indeed crash the stream, and that's where I'll end it, but, you know, it's one of them. We'll see how it goes. If it's just a joke, then it's just a joke. It's only going to be for the last part of the stream. Also, MyCat UK has played XCOM 2, so for the campaign into its entirety, so we can talk about the positives and negatives that you usually get on the synopsis while we try to kill each other. I don't actually know. I was actually speaking with J-Station earlier today about what they could do with the multiplayer is, especially if they include the Lost in it, have some interesting scenarios where, you know, you either, you know, the Lost are invading and it's first to 10 kills, the Lost are invading and there's going to be 30 of them, highest kill count wins, or, you know, it could just be another factor that will play into us trying to kill each other. You know, it's like, do we focus on killing each other, or do we take a breather to take care of some of the Lost that could overwhelm us, but that would also then mean we're not shooting at each other. I don't know if they've got objective based or whether it's quite literally here's the squad, kill each other. I don't know if there's attack and defense. I don't know anything about it. One player plays XCOM, the others with more but poorly equipped resistance versus aliens during a raid. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... Is that what it is? Or... yeah, so that's a concept for it as well, you know. So, like, player versus environment in the traditional XCOM setting, you know, one person is XCOM, one person is the Resistance, and, you know, it balances out potentially, and, you know, the victory conditions is surviving, but also the point score is on who kills the most aliens. And they even have the potential of actually going to 3-way battles, potentially more, by actually introducing other factions, because you've got XCOM, the Resistance, Advent, the Lost, and the Aliens. And I suppose to a certain degree with the DLC War of the Chosen, you've actually got 3 potential factions who just are sole operatives. And you just take one guy in, but they are massively more powerful than anything else on the field. So, can you still win? These are all options. I don't know what we're going to find, because they are just straight. You know, I've not touched it at all. And we'll find out. I do believe Crit Commissions has now joined us.
Yes.
There we go. I was just pointing in my head to start like point at the headphones, wait for the yes, and it was like they're not saying it. Now I just looked silly. I'm
here. I didn't want to interrupt you.
I figured as much, but that's why I sort of like did the whole ha you're here. All right. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh.
I'm mulling over the idea of doing a solo run of Palace of the Dead. which is a 200 floor dungeon of hell.
Why are you doing a solo run of it?
Well, it's just something to do. You get a pretty cool title at the end of it. The Necromancer.
But you've got to do it solo, or...
To get the title, yes.
Right.
It's really hard.
Doesn't that level you slightly differently, though, so you can
It does. You go in as a level 1, so you could go in as a class that you've unlocked but never played before. And you will actually earn EXP every 10 floors.
But you can still grind it up and get equipment to...
No, you don't get equipment. Well, you kind of do and you kind of don't. There's equipment specifically for the Palace of the Dead that you wear in there. It's like this bright glowy sword, but you do have armor as well.
But the thing is, though, that will go above 200 levels of a Palace of the Dead, did we call it?
Palace of the Dead.
Yeah. Would be impossible if there was some kind of cap on it. But
yeah, the gate goes up to level 99, and you can randomly level it up with chests in there. We'll do it sometime.
Yeah, we'll demonstrate it at some point and talk about how difficult it would be to do it solo. Anyway, we are going to well, since Makeout's the only one in the chat who's responded, apart from yourself, how are you doing, by the way?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Good. He will always go with the cat girl.
Yeah.
So
I like Monago, though.
You're saying that you don't usually like cat girls?
No, I like Monago. There's some cat girls I don't like, but Monago's not one of them. Neither is Tola, which are the two main people.
Fair enough. Right. Begin quest. Ooh, video, maybe.
I also like Monago's hair. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions for... I don't remember what voice I gave her. For patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but parting a thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. And thank you. Now, down to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Alden commands the forces at Castrum Orions. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great! Important accent. That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Madcat says the world would be a better place with more cat girls.
I mean, that is a questionable statement at times.
At times, but also at times, ooh, giant dragon. I don't want the giant dragon. I don't have any fun mounts on this one, though. I don't want the whale either, but...
I mean, just pick a mount. We're going probably across the...
No! We still need to get you your Magitech hand.
Magitech hand?
Yeah! Let's see. I wonder if I've unlocked it yet. Achievements. I don't even know.
Bye! You just ran out of the zone, didn't you?
Oh, did I? I wasn't paying attention.
Can tell.
I was looking at the achievement list. Minago. Got everything you need? Good, then let us be off. That's all she wanted to say.
one of them gripes about this game that I have is like there's just so many things where it's like, did you really need to break that up? Really?
Mad Cat's wondering what's questionable about cat girls. Shall we go? I'll take you to Limsa sometime, Mad Cat, and then you can tell me what's questionable about the cat girls.
The problem is you're looking at it at a completely different perspective. He will find nothing wrong with the cat girls in Limsa. Questionable or otherwise.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they are.
I mean, used to be a cat girl, and then she became a little dragon girl.
Pardon?
My main character, Venley, my other character on FF, used to be a cat girl, and then I changed her into a dragon girl at the end of A Realm Reborn.
Fair enough.
Fire, that was a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have a preternatural sense. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a seven-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern, divided into three teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try and take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it, then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Vinkara's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck.
I had a question.
Do I have to?
When you say I'm the best equipped to deal with anything.
I mean, yeah, you can take down this giant beast.
I mean, I could. It looks like lunch. Now I need to track down this place. It's not difficult. You just need to start in Limbs and Liminza. It's one of the starting zones. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I'm at the destination.
I didn't see
and
the
the best
destination.
thing is FF14 is actually free for the first 2 expansions, so get your butt down to Limsa. See all the cat girls. You bioed just a random mob.
I meant to do that. I didn't mean to do that. My targeting skills on this game are absolutely dire.
Tab key doesn't help though. It sometimes targets weird things.
Like a FOPA. FOPA?
FOPA. I'd say FOPA. It's cute though. I like it.
FOPA.
Look at the little eye. He's so cute.
The eye is bigger than your head.
He's so cute.
Alright, I think we're done. There's a giant spider chasing after us.
Yeah, I'm not concerned.
Okay.
I mean, we can fight if you want.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Nope, run away. Coward. Manago. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that, but I don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armour. Conscript to know, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Keep armour.
Materia, because I don't need any of that armor.
I mean, the armor's useful for alternate classes.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna love this questline where it's just nothing but the women talking to each other.
I despise it with a passion. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our patrol, our journey, before someone notices they're missing patrol. Yep.
I think this is the most obscenely big mount that I've got.
No.
Or maybe the car.
The car, the Magitech armor.
I don't feel that the Magitech armor is excessively big, it's just bulky.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually had to zoom out so that I can see past my own bleeding sail.
My favourite mount, I think, is still I've got a flying broom, but not in this character. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Castrum Orions were under command of Flame General Ralban Aldin, didn't you not? By Ralga, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend.
God, she's gonna fangirl on us. The moat of soot just carrying Vinkara around now.
I deserve to be carried around in a basket full of gems.
Never said you didn't. I've lost you.
I was having a nosy at my mount.
Ah.
Remind me to get you the gorilla mount at some point.
The what?
The gorilla mount.
Oh.
Me. Ralban.
I suppose I better do some talking unless he's voiced.
I blew a Bolton accent.
I can't do accents.
Neither can I, but I did at least put some effort in.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
You got away with it. It's voiced.
Oh, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach. At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the blood sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet What we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamegan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from miles around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
A potato with the plan. This ends badly. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development in Castralium Veladana. Namely, the arrival of a shipment rumoured to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital containing prototype Magitech armour. It is our assessment that this armour is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out.
Damn it all. More Magitech weapons, that's the last thing we need.
Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to contain a single heavy unit and 1 or 2 support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future deployment. And we should carry out this joint endeavour with the Resistance. They will have their rallying cry.
It will mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway.
Exactly, and so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if the field test is imminent. What say you?
Blood for the blood god. Assuming Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once.
Understood, and I shall have one of my men bring you details of the plan anon.
And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intended to sit this one out.
I mean, I'd like to sit out a fight at some point, you know. I'm tired.
Gib.
Pardon?
Healing. I said Gib. I was having a look at the gear.
Ah. Hey! Ding!
Ding?
I dinged.
Did you level?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Level 64. Not entirely sure how you're 66, seeing as though we're pretty much playing this at the same pace.
Well, I started at level 60 on with the Gunbreaker starts at level 60, so I was a little bit ahead of you.
Oh, you switched classes partway through, didn't you?
I did.
Or jobs, one of the two. We've been careful to avoid needless show of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, we may be sure they'll send their new toys to. You may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask that you participate in the operation, but from the look, I see it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be no fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map. Right here, aye. A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well.
Yeah.
Geronimo. It does not look like a gazelle or a hawk.
What?
The gazelle hawks.
I think they hunt gazelle.
I mean, they're called gazelle hawks. They look neither like a gazelle nor a hawk.
A sparrowhawk doesn't look like a sparrow, but at least it looks like a hawk.
Hmm.
Whee!
Is there a place we need to be? Ugh. Surveying the scene. I now have Broil too, which seems to be slightly more explosive.
Yeah, things upgrade. We did it.
We did it! Isn't it this way? No, you're right. Carry on.
Randomly seeing cars driving everywhere.
Did you know that the African gazelle is noted for its ability to jump higher than the average house? This is due to its long and strong legs and the fact that the average house cannot jump. I find that slightly funnier than I probably should.
Easily entertained. Oh, it's Roban Savage.
What?
It's what people lovingly dubbed this particular solo instance we're about to go into. Because you know most MMOs struggle with certain aspects on release day / week, be it server issues or whatnot. FF tends to, the servers are stable. The queues for certain instances sometimes not so much. And Railbound Savage was dubbed as this because getting an instance to do it was nigh and impossible on launch because of the sheer amount of people doing it.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the issues of putting an instance so far to the start of the campaign. All went to plan then. Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapon has left Castellum Velidina. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive.
Proceed. It's that guy.
After Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces. It's like all my name days have come at once.
Didn't you say that last time?
It's like his catchphrase.
It's a terrible catchphrase.
It is.
Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head. That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
We don't turn into mush. We're potatoes. We turn into mash.
I hope you brought the butter. And they've taken my broil 2 off me.
Ah, yeah, it's because the
It's level
you've been
synced.
level synced down, haven't you?
Yep. But it's it literally just gave me broil 2, and then it's like, nope. You can
Well,
have.
if you think about it, we are only meant to be just level 60 at this point.
Hmm.
Get after them, damn you!
When you remember, I think we're meant to be fighting the Magitech, not the big guy.
I'm trying to just keep off these little guys off me. Pretty actiony music to say that this is only a solo instant.
Well, they could make it somewhat exciting.
Hmm. Oh, I sent 4 of them against me. I have a slight problem. There we go.
So what? Ooh, ooh.
Well, yes, active war was part of the plan. But I got hit by a missile of some variety because I wasn't paying attention to the AoEs.
Someone's setting me on fire from the back there. That is rude.
You get a dot, you get a dot, you get a dot, and you get a dot. Because everybody needs more dots. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, I've got more guys inbound. We could all just gather around in one spot, and then I can active war the smeg out of everything. Oh, you guys are not playing fair. Get in the circle.
Oh, Barnes, limit breaking.
You'll be weeping blood.
More things.
Hey.
Do I run out of the blue areas?
No, the blue areas are your friend.
Should I be having to heal a Alistair?
No, you can leave it be. Just focus on fighting the giant mech.
Yeah, working on it. Oh, cutscene.
There you go.
Who fights and runs? What the? Who in the hell are you lot?
For al amigo! Let none escape! Fucking fart we go.
It started counting down.
Yeah, you might want to kill it before it finishes counting down then.
I don't really have many options to do this. No, I don't see my destroy the mech button.
You are the destroy the mech button.
Oh, we destroyed the mech.
Imagine being the tallest race in the game and being intimidated by a potato.
I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap. You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be
Potato holding a book in your case.
I'm just educating him, and that's what scares him.
Flee, or I will teach you your ABCs.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to
For al amigo!
It's Pippin's idea, but Pippin's nowhere to be seen. Well done, all of you. I call this operation a resounding success. I can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where it's due, Master Kempt. It was Marshal Torapin who had this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to perfection. Aye, that we did. Not a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I've no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. It's been a pleasure, General. Until the next battle. Monago, I leave the Scions in your care. Why do we need caring for again? We shall return to the Castrium then. Mistress Livenu, once more you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, 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 dun,
Invite
dun,
to
dun.
party.
I was trying to do that, but yeah.
I'd heard the stories, but to actually see you in action, I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. You try saying that 10 times fast.
Pitying
Seriously,
the
though.
Imperials, pitying the Imperials, pitying the Imperials, pitying the Imperials.
Gotta go faster. It was inspirational. Ah, but you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. Yeah, have a weapon. Yum 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 yum. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's go back to Reach.
The Reach.
At Reach.
Ah, someone's attacking me. Move! Run! I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going! Oh, we're killing them.
Oh, I thought you weren't mounted.
No, I was mounted. I was on something smaller, but I was mounted.
We can actually teleport to Reach.
To Reach?
To Reach.
I mean, we could.
But we can also put it. Let's go. Kinda going wrong way though.
Or do you just want to warp there? I've just realised it's actually a fair distance.
No, we've started on this path now. No
No.
going back.
I mean, I'm gonna go take the bridge, because water is wet.
That's why I'm on a flying carpet. Whee! I have gotten stuck. Ah, there we go.
I'm guessing it's not in the pretty building.
No, but you can go in the pretty building if you want.
I mean, I'm currently running away from a spider, so we'll go in some other time. Just keep running, just keep running.
My food has arrived. Nyahaha.
Yay! What you want this evening?
Gourmet burgers and then like chips with like bits of pulled pork and melted cheese.
Sounds good.
Tastes better than it sounds. You taste it though, it's spicy.
There's also the fact that, you know, I'm out in the sticks, so the only thing gourmet around here is, well, nothing.
Not even a place called Gourmet.
Not as far as I can recall. You gonna jump in the cutscene?
You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. A victory may not count for much in practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with Garlemald's newest weapons and smashed them. The people will remember this day.
Aye, they will, for it marks the beginning of something far greater than any single victory. The beginning of a campaign by the United Eorzea to drive the Gallians from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. To think that the last time Gridanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, and that was to defend against our invasion. Now there's a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still come together for the sake of the future.
Well said, Commander. Which is why I intend to go from village to village to spread word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners, just you wait and see. Vinkara, I say, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance, not resistance.
Viva la resistance!
Mefrid.
At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd met here, again here of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Well, you see. Oh no, 'twas a lifetime ago, there's no need to apologize, but know that down in the quarry mill we did not forget about you, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galen was recovering. Grandibald was my former commander and old friend. I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Uldar for work. But as you can see, I came back to Gir al-Abani, and joined Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be headed east to the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck. We might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Al-Ghana.
Gamma, if you're going there, you gotta take me with you.
Aye, that's right. You're from Al-Ghana, aren't you, Lysay? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'd be more than just asking around. Be more to it than just asking around, but we'll can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks.
Alright, I've not been back there since I was 5. Ooh. Am I going the wrong way?
We are going the wrong way.
Yo.
This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Comrade to Al Ghana. Clear the barricade if you would.
No.
Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. Ugh. There are more villages out there than... there's more villages there than out here. But it also means more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
You'd think somebody from the Empire would have noticed one person walking into a brick wall at some point.
You'd think.
We've a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of the lesser races. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. You know what I should possibly do? Summon my pixie.
That's probably an idea. I spy a red mage fighting thing.
I love the way that we ran most of the way here, but then mounted up for the last 100 yards.
Yeah.
Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Alganar's due east. Past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. I'm getting screw it.
Stuck.
Hmm?
There we go. I was stuck.
You like doing that, don't you?
Mm.
You can rest easy, we made it. This is Alganar.
It feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry, that has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits.
Aye, we do. But as they say back in the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answering his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumoured that Alganar lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, they could be more sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be more suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance. And rightfully so.
Never mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in a village square.
Not if you didn't want the place burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss on the Viceroy's eye. We'd need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact that he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after.
Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there's still some brave men and women ready to fight. EXP.
And some more pocket change. Ragan Freed of the village elder is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. But I want to lick the bay on the stone and speak to the Chocobo Keep. Oh, Chocobo Keep.
Chocobo.
Going to lick the aetherite. 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 Haha.
Meh.
Hobbit.
Surprise, small. Saber
Hey,
is here.
Saber. Don't know you, traveller. You're a merchant. I don't find much custom here. Greetings, Elder. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Al-Agana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Methrid, I see. I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. That smash them. We're dressing. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain? The Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demanded a fifth of what little we got left. I hate the bastards with every fibre of my being. But hate's not enough, Manfred. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go now. Leave us be and never return. Kula saying something daft.
You've got no right to speak to us like that.
I got a quarry for what that was producing barely enough to keep us fed. And that was before half our young men and women went off to die on your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village.
No, you don't, because it's my village too. My home.
What in the hell are you on about? Wait. I know those eyes. It's been many a year, but I know those eyes. How? How do you know those eyes? Come on, old man.
Convenience. Sheer convenience.
You're one of the Curtis girls.
Lise Hext. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland.
Well, rather, the last time we saw you, you were... I didn't even know you were still alive. I never thought you'd come.
Almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight.
You even sound like him. As you say, I have no right to tell you to leave. Alganan is as much your home as it is mine. But I will say to you again, we can give no more.
Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go.
Bye.
Nice knowing you. Angry Quirl.
This is the leftovers, dust and gravel and the like. Us too, you might say. We've shaped the peaks and they've shaped us in turn. Oh yeah, you've dug holes into the wall. Where are we going? There we go.
Apparently Lise wanted to speak to us in the bushes.
Well, against a just broken line of sight with the village elder. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Regenfried might help us recruit some more of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're going to convince any of them to join, we'll need to first regain their trust. It's risky, and it's hardly subtle. Would I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help?
I'm comfortably close to Manfred right now. It makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around.
Oh look, Angry Carl wants a word with us now.
Angry Quell. We're talking to Grizzledis. You best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Our labour's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea what helps it though. I need to grind a chapuli horn and a hornbill talon for the blend. You'll go and get some for me, just like that. You needn't trouble yourself so.
Angry Quell!
Whoa! Tall man with glasses.
A new face in
Wisdom.
Pardon?
I said, speak your wisdom.
A new face in Algahan. What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. There's not more than suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I'd expect you to go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, are you really here to help? You really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Inid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Right then, Frightened Quill is his name. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. So, rock and... we need to haul a pile of dirt, basically. The leftovers.
I also feel like nothing says my mother hated me than being called Frightened Quill.
Especially since her brother's called Angry Quill. Right. What the?
Up.
Oh, he's miles away. There you are.
Chapuli.
Geronimo! Freaking invisible wall. Stage 3 of 6 of the Machinist's resistance weapon, Shadowbringer's ultimate weapon. Small is working on casting bigger gun. I assume that makes sense to one of us.
Yeah, the Saber's doing the level 80 relic weapon quest.
For a bigger gun.
For a bigger gun. I want to keep going for the last quest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do a barrel roll.
I mean, somebody in chat will probably correct you. It's not strictly speaking a barrel roll. Though not technically speaking a barrel roll.
Let me have this.
It's an I can't remember. It's an alien. It's some kind of roll. Where did you? Oh, there you are. Here for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. Is that sack in the sacks over yonder? They're bleeding heavy, mind, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks.
They're bigger than I am.
There we go. And alien. How'd you pronounce it?
Aileron?
Aileron roll. Rather than a barrel roll. Because you're pivoting around your axis, whereas a barrel roll, you're skirting the edge of the barrel. So you go like that around a point in the center.
Really just return to Limsa Liminza to get away from you.
Where? Oh, you're teleporting us because I don't know where we're supposed to be.
Ghana. Oh man, imagine if we had to walk all the way back.
I mean, it's not that difficult. We walked all the way. It's pronounced aileron. Aileron roll.
Aileron. Eh. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Algana?
I mean, I was gone like 5 minutes. Get over it.
Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually. This country's hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know, whereas a live one. You were the resistance, right? Suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, so I'd gone into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs, and they had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that it made much of a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment the Centaurian laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just liked to hurt others, and by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too. Aye, and many others, I imagine. Help them too, if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much.
Ah, the new face. You have my leftovers. You load 10 and 6 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought back a whole lot. Much obliged. Much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lake The lakes have got good deposits. Take half of my brother to pass off any other plodding quarriesmen, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off to the side to bundle up and sell to the salters what trade with the resistance. Aye, it's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Galleon's eye for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway providence 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even, though if he were alive, he'd not be along for this world if we were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. And that's the long and short of it, and we do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find most of the folks here aren't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end, the result's the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know is all. That we know why you're here, and even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Ah, there you are, Rue. I've been trying to help these villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to hide better hide what little they've got left. How's Lisai getting on? By the way, you'd think people would be more inclined to trust the local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. I don't know.
I mean, she was 5. Can you still call her local if she hasn't grown up here?
I mean, she doesn't even look like she's from here. Apart from the eyes.
Oh, those eyes. No, I didn't mean to.
And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager.
It's not fair. She totally was.
Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends? Deigning to help us poor, unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm Casham with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lissay. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart, and if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion.
He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Mefrid.
Going back to the hiding spot.
I like to think we're here because Mefrid likes the flowers.
Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them given what's happened at the wall.
I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have.
I can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, Lissay. I ran in too, but but if I hadn't, I'd never met Rue and the rest of you, and we might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight.
Help! Someone! Anyone! We need help!
I don't like the sound of this one bit. Come on. I mean, it sounds of opportunity. If you ask me.
Oh, that's me, yeah. We're Crater, the Tributum and the Bloody Rammen, they damn it all.
You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened.
I'm vibing with that woman just sat on the bench casually just watching this. It was all business as usual. The Tributum's due soon and we were taking it to the Imperials when Kikern attacked. He took me brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came and... Listen, well, Crater's the only family I've got. If I lose him,
For Ziggurat, if the Ratman took him there, he's good as dead.
Got to get after them. If there's any chance her brother's still alive, we've got to try. Yeah, cynical youth.
You're right, Talithé. We've got to help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tribune. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late.
That's at least what she's doing, but
She's taught. He left her hanging for a fist bump.
and I'll continue to leave her hanging.
So, Wakatas are being held somewhere in a ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Quiran bandits. And about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there'll sure to be a lot of them. There's one big chocobo.
It is a big chocobo. It's a war chocobo.
I mean, it looks like it could feed a family of 4.
Raised by the Colonel himself.
Sanders?
You know the family.
Yes, they're out by old KFC. Do I turn this way? And I think I turn this way. I turned around and saw that it was a blood glider. I regret turning around.
And
Did you AoE?
I did.
Surveying. Please, let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Okay, that. I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. We knew it would come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. I do believe this is an act of war.
Whoa, Cocoon is so cute.
I mean, it barely seems worthwhile an act of war. I thought there was more of them. Very steep steps.
Oh, see, he's fine.
By Ralgar, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal.
Oh, you found him.
Wait, are you here to rescue me?
No. Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright.
My sister? Oh, Ragnar be praised, she's safe. And you fought a lot, you lot fought your way here just for me? To think that there's still good, brave folk in this world? We should go before the Cocoon return in force. Do you still have the tributum? Oh God, the tributum! The Imperial will... blah 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 blah. The Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go.
What now? In your condition?
You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister.
I do believe we're being attacked.
We are being attacked. Included by the Earth sprite out deep.
Not sure what we did to that guy.
I think it's just our general presence. There's another two behind me. Don't worry about that one, I can...
Oh no. I was just taking aggro.
Though it did gather him into a now circle for the art of war. We even accidentally grabbed the other players on quest.
Alright, they'll deal with that.
No, we killed one of them. There's still an Earth sprite out back.
We saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, I think we need to go after where Kata.
Wait, you've been I'd be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he had to say. If they don't pay one way, or they'll pay another.
I know that, I do. I don't want to interfere. I just want to see he makes it there safely.
If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. I mean, we're supposed to go in this direction.
Well, yeah. You heard the quest line.
Huh.
Yeah.
Hey! Wow! Free fall for a long time. Oh, shoot.
Oh no!
I
You landed in the bad place.
No, I expired.
No.
You can't resurrect, can you?
I might be able to. I just need to kill these guys first.
Yeah, just don't die yourself.
I might die.
Just remember, dodge the aggro.
I'll be back for you.
I'll wait for you. Oh, they've turned around, they've left.
I don't know whether my conjure is a high enough level, though it's only level 7. No, I can't revive you.
You haven't got anybody you can... Okay. We're off to Mordona, folks! Yeah, I broke it down. You can leave the potato to regrow. No, wrong freaking button.
Oh.
Algana?
No one tell him that I unlocked the astrologian.
Who could have revived me.
No, of course not.
Okay. Algana?
Yeah.
I'm making my way to you.
I'm making my way.
This mount always feels really slow.
Mm.
No, I know comparatively it's the same speed, but at the same token, it feels comparatively slow. Right, I'm approaching this red circle from another side, by the way.
I see.
Interacting. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. These Kakam might need to die.
You make friends so easily.
I do. It's because of my horrendously low level. Upon closer inspection, you find nothing of interest. Well, third time's a charm. I'm guessing I'm ignoring the soiled sack again.
Oh yeah.
I don't see anything else though.
We're just gonna go further out.
Fair enough. Suppose I should get on a mount. Those things are attacking me again. I'm good. In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather.
Any luck?
A chocobo feather is high by my reckoning. It came from the Wakata's bird, in which case there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. And then murder him. Any minute now, I expect he'll come thundering round the bend and... Hear that? Get to cover! Quickly now!
Yes, he's truly thundering.
And how did we beat him here?
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
No.
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fake? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its dues.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egan's can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
So I reckon we could have taken them.
Yeah.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
The commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kingsmen doing the bidding of the viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. But she didn't even stand up to the one that was on their own. I need to play around with inventory, because I don't have the space for... Can I do this? No. Take the stick out, put the... So that's right, put the stick back in just in case the stick is important. What? Oh, blood and sand. Oh, you're up. Wakata's alive and the tributums have been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. It's best we get back to Alganon and tell Ragnarfid his man got the job done. Need a lift?
I do need a lift. Ooh. Yeah! Standing in the front seats.
Cause it didn't fit in the boosters. Not sure how I'm pressing the gas pedal. Cause we're standing on the front seats. Think I went the wrong way. Drive through
you
the
go the right
rocks.
way.
New friend. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Wakata told me everything. How you fought with the cocoon to saved his life.
Well, the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the skulls. How they beat him after death. We could have stopped him.
Aye, I reckon you could. Mithrid's a warrior, and as is your comrade. And then you're strong, like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Ralga that you did not, because it would have not ended with them. Or Kata and his sister would have been branded as insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but their dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for the ones... can be said for only the God knows how many of us.
For you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you get to see another day.
That's right. You grit your teeth, and you learn to live with the pain. I admit I was quick to judge you, Lacey. And for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you.
I understand. Thank you for your honesty.
She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox too, and if she's set on walking the same path, I do pray she won't follow it to the same end.
Warriors of Light, the people of the village won't join my resistance.
Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which doesn't say much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Seriously, having to just check that the kid ain't crying over it. Where is she? Oh.
She's behind a rock. Sorry about running off like that. Alamegans terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know. No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castrum with their pickaxes and shovels or whatever it was, but nor did I expect Werkat to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. Can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place or even me father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it?
There you are, Lissy. Is it Lissy?
It's Lise.
Lease. Like lease, but lease. Okay. I've been looking all over for you.
Well, you found me. Got something else to say.
Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was carrying here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Wakata, but you did. Made me feel like a bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared about my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me.
You're asking to join the resistance?
When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but... if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome into Algar's reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word we're on when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home?
No, I was just thinking out loud.
And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Or we could teleport there.
Oh, we could teleport there. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through all these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but...
When, if not if, that day will come, Lise. We can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, Gallian, Almegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but if they're no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, at least. Your father certainly was. Right then. Best begin preparing for these new recruits. Lise, it's been a pleasure. Owing to the efforts of all of you, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see the operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence.
Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful.
Indeed, there were several amongst the Scions ranks who were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavour with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Commander Kempt, if I may, my name is Adra Arenvald Lentus, a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo. For an Alamigo where women like my mother may never fear to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Gir Abani, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the science of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be put in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Alden that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Veledana.
In the meantime, we'll make what preparations we can.
9 times out of 10, it's just send in the Warrior of Light.
The Royal Palace of Alamigo. Cue Gallian music. Oh no.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges, save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near-total casualties.
Near-total? Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
Simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for him.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Tiny samurai sword.
My lord,
defer critical missions to their subordinates who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes.
So you then?
Why? When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan. You do forget yourself. Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelstar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Bum bum ba.
I'm sure it's fine. Right then, I've got duties to attend to.
Mayhaps we could assist with said duties. We are here to help, after all. With the three of you have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations.
We're grateful for any help in all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work.
I beg your pardon. The man who bested Gaius van Bethar wishes to offer me his assistance. I say, this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said that you had a chance for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it's important that these momentous events are recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them for their motivations for taking up this cause, and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and thank you for your service, now and ever after. Run around and talk to everybody.
Whee!
Whee!
In fact, even amongst fellow Gallians, Xenos Yegalvis is big, like over 8 feet tall big.
I had noted that. Sorry, I didn't mean to ring it out.
You're in the middle of a voiced cutscene, it's fine.
Why are you all the way back here? Why did I join the Resistance? Well, you must know, it was to avenge a friend of the Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a film of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here and that was that.
Where we going? Over here, over here, over here. Auto run is a blessing.
I keep forgetting it's a thing.
Either the R button or if you
Middle mouse button.
press your mouse wheel. I was just a cook before all this, simple fare really. I had the chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters too, they believed, you know, and there was always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever foraging parties turn up. And she's actually got a quest for us too.
Oh yeah, so she does.
You want to help, do you? Seeing as I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go to ask Tebe for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. Not as haphazard as it may seem, depending on the recipe. It doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Yes, Sabra's mentioning you can mount up here, but I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
I know me, alright?
Sometimes it's just funny to watch the potatoes waddle.
You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this day. Yet nary one has come. Perhaps they have been given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all. These would-be warriors. Send them unto me, should you chance to find them. Ah, deafening glare. Our mighty warrior. Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps, or to make amends for ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? more than more where that lot came from. After all, I couldn't. After that, I couldn't keep going on doing nothing. I just think we're just going around and going, right, are you the herbs? Are you the soldiers? Or are we getting your report on something?
I'm pretty sure this is a soldier because we have to find him hiding. Scared of a snake lady. Will be my assumption.
Hiding in a little graveyard is a bold place.
He's not really hiding though, is he? I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. I mean, you need to work that discipline out. It's sort of like, no, you should always be on time for these things. War waits for no man. Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why your brother is asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you might as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like as not. But that's a choice. But me, I'd rather die here. Wow, you're a cheerful sod. Where are you going? Your dot is moving in the opposite direction to me.
I didn't really fancy swimming.
War doesn't care if you fancy it or not. If there's a need to swim, you swim. Well, Metro, have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of wet herbs on hand? Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad for it. The remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised if what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Oh, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard one in 4 recruits doesn't live through training. It can't be true, right? Oh, bugger, oh, bugger. Potatoes don't swim, they float in the direction they desire through the force of evil.
That's true.
Fragrant herb on me. Back here.
My cat's sitting in front of the monitor.
Teacher calls me. Ah, I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling magic tech armor, you see, and... yes, of course. There is no time. If you would excuse me. Everyone's got an excuse.
Brooding.
1,000 pardons. So preoccupied I was by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot.
You just didn't want to train.
I mean, try to come up with at least some kind of reasonable excuse, though.
Contemplating the state of our, of our political system.
Huh? Training? Yeah, I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you.
All the recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a more gentler approach, as if the Imperials would be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say that their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. Neck lady!
Herb over here.
Herb? I wait at this post a second. I think it's this one. It do be this one.
Shit. Shit.
Really had to judge the distance of potato jumps.
I mean, I'm just staring at the wall and bouncing sideways.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's another. Is it just up onto the wall now? We did it!
You did it! You did the jump puzzle!
Geronimo! That is not a comfortable way to fall into water. Fucking tower climbing Cognate?
Yeah, there's a town called Kagane, where we'll be going. There's a jump puzzle there too. I'm being stared at by a cat girl in a bikini.
I mean, fair enough.
She's a long way from Limsa.
Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Thanks, this'll do nicely, and sorry to interpose on you, sir, though thought you were a new recruit. Didn't realise that you were,
What do you want with me? Stop it!
But
Why?
to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food for suppliers to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost too. Too many villagers, too many children more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake and we must, as we must, and never lose sight of the dream.
Being violated by the cat girl from Limsa.
And then move. Or do you want me to shoo them off? There's no shoot.
Run away! Run away! Where do we go? Where is safe?
Damn it all! Where could I have got? Could it have got to? Pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of a destroyer or anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. Aye, I'd be him. I had it this morning. That much I know for certain, and I've not left the reach since. So it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, but I could just easily buy another. But even so, please, help me find it. I have no idea where this accent wandered off to. Surprise dropkick to the head.
Ah!
You could have so much fun if you could jump as high as these potatoes.
I know, yeah.
Oh look, a ward of the destroyer. Just
That
lying
wasn't
around.
hard to know, was it?
Barely.
Alright, you're old coot. It took us 40 days and 40 nights, but we found it for you.
I swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. Seven Owls, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, brother. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many of us, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as many others. And so when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scripture, as my mother taught me. Care to share your belief? Okay. Wasn't time for a load dump, I suppose. Alpha, no, I'm tired. Give me something trivial to do. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Rue, I hear you've been keeping busy. Hi, oh no, it's you.
Aye, that they have. And we thank her for it.
It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute in 5 minutes. Wow, they're gonna get slaughtered. Let's discuss, Manago. I would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castellum Velodiana, to General Alden personally.
Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Orions before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together?
It would seem a fine suggestion. I must consult with my comrades ere we depart.
No, you don't, Alphino. Very well. I'll wait for you at the pass, but not too long.
I expect Trill and Ishtola will wish to remain here to support the Churgians, and nevertheless we should go and ask them. Quite honest with you, it's been a couple of weeks. Forgotten they were even here.
Hold your breath.
We can't actually swim down in this, can we?
Not yet.
Spoilers. Wow, you've still not fixed this one guy.
It's the layer debacle where, you know, he's dying of a broken heart. Is that a miss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside.
This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the resistance of the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less the others' behalves. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play.
fight for Alamigo, for my father and for Ida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Baelsa and Van Darnus were but the first to try.
Though your fever is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. And the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable and further complicated by the existence of Ilberd's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene.
I thought this was a foregone conclusion, given our actions thus far. But if you require renewed affirmation, then yes. I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since I first pledged to serve Master Loubisois and the Circle of Knowing. The salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Ishtola for now and tend to the wounded.
She is aware that Minfilia is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. As for you, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Emmott, the man who slew Gavius van Belisar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove you the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero and heap great expectations upon your shoulders, but you, like every scion, must decide for yourself.
Nah.
I'll be frank, Alfie. This isn't my fight, but I will do as I must.
I'm up for that.
Sure, why not? I see. While it pains me to hear you speak thus, I am grateful for your candour. There was a time there when you would keep such thoughts to yourself.
Take care, Ishtola, Kryl, and do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Monago will leave without us.
Also, never call me Alfie.
Call me Alfie again, I'll have you strung up by your heels atop of Baelsa's wall.
Might I persuade you to join us, Rue? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Orion would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Monago to wait a little while longer.
They be paying homage to Minfilia, to which I say, screw that tempered woman!
I just don't see why we should go to war over Alamigo. I mean, it's just sand.
We're liberating repressed people.
Can't we just move the repressed people out and leave the Empire to their sand? So you will be accompanying us. Full glad I am to hear it.
All set? Excellent, then let us be off. Don't know what that accent was, but anyhow. Whee!
Whee!
The Castrum Orions. Yes. Do.
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save. No, because the Empire would follow you.
It's Manfili is the mantra.
Well, the Empire will follow you. I think that was an explanation to leaving the Empire. The thing is, no, we fight them over the forests. We fight them over, you know, any lush piece of land. It's just, why are we fighting over desert? If we actually just left them here in the desert, they'd soon starve to death. Nothing is growing of any substantial meal. Ribbon!
It's a convenient access point to Eorzea, though. Gridania's on the other side of this wall.
Yes, and it's a mighty fine wall. If we just stay the other side of it, then they stay this side of it, and we'll go around and kill them from the other side. I don't know. I just don't see what all the big deal about Alamigo is. It's sand. And sand is coarse and rough.
As are its people.
Welcome back, comrades. What news?
Greetings, General. I come at Commander Kemp's behest to debrief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new recruits, with more being trained as we speak. It takes about 5 minutes.
Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike while the iron's hot.
Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to Castrum Veladina.
Capture Veladina? This will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push eastwards towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. It's only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Veladina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has its weakness. I would know this one's.
If there's no objections, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarapin?
By all means, if that is all, let us be about it. There's all kinds of resources. Yes, sand can be made into glass, and silicon for electronics, and... Why, we even have some dirt over there that we could do something else with.
There are rocks and minerals and salt.
We're going to war over sand, accept it. Or variants of sand.
No, we're going to war because Lisa's decided she wants to. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. Which, while the aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about the reconnaissance mission and see how he would like to proceed.
Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Veladana. Screw it, I'm riding Pinion. Haha! On! Zeb.
Gives you a chance to talk to chat.
Greetings, chat. It's not just sand based. I'm being cynical because that's a motivation that I have right now. It's sand, there's nothing but sand. Even the trees don't want to be here, they're just getting up and walking around. Ugh. Gotta keep an eye on the time.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes left.
Having to try and jump a whale over a fence.
Ugh.
I wonder how many mounts. I've got a grand total of 7 mounts.
Yeah, there's all sorts. There's PvP mounts, there's achievement mounts, there's Mog Station mounts.
Is there many that you can actually purchase? Just cash?
There's not like a great deal, but there are a number.
I don't think these people are going away.
No. Trial mounts, yeah. I recently got the car from Eden Savage 4. Oh, I needed to disband the party. You get Reading Pippin, I'm gonna disband it.
This ought to be close enough, and now we set on in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep our weapons at the ready in the event of passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon reconnoitering Castrelium Veladonus, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Proceed.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father. Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Relga's Reach.
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
Stand aside, pilots. This one has promise.
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty. Magical barrier. Alas, it will not save you.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Cryle!
Alphino!
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the Reach, this will all have been for naught. Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall? Aye, sir. Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern. If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Yeah, that Chiron, they'll be crying out for a healer.
Yep. Me and Alphino, not good enough apparently. We must take Krill. Creel.
Cryle.
Cryle.
God help us, they're killing everyone. Yarr.
It's all over now.
Reinforcements are on the way. Spread the word.
For the glory of the flames!
Yes, yes, for the glory of the flames.
Al amigo!
For the giant sandcastle that we're now here to protect.
Åh, fan för då. I found the Alamigan who was working with Xenos.
Ah. I'm not quite up to that yet. I think I'm just about there.
What took you so long? Alpha, no, I need your help.
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pilus.
Dum dum da.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
just comical that he's looking to a potato for entertainment.
Well, the best race to give it, really.
As one.
I love the fact his HP's hardly moving. May you have potential. Ooh.
This is all terrible places to be. Oh, that hurt.
At least you're a healer. Better, but lacking nevertheless. No.
I mean, I might be a healer, but I'm not exactly that great of a damage dealing, so this is gonna take forever. There's no safe place to stand. Oh no, I made it. Ha 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 ha. Come on, you damn pixie, just murder him. Climb down his throat and choke him or something.
He's wearing a helmet.
Terrible. I can't dodge.
Don't stop now.
I could go all day, buddy.
That stung a little more than I would have liked. Bullshit moves.
I'm still fighting him.
I just got knocked the fuck out.
There we go. He's telling me he's misjudged me. I might be getting there. There we go.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried that I'm supposed to get my ass whooped at this stage.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. Those will not death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
All right, lad.
Well enough. Next time he will pay.
I do not doubt it.
When potatoes swear revenge, they mean it.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on! Don't worry, it's going to be all right. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. You're a healer, aren't you?
They actually called me out for being a healer.
Nice.
So don't just stand there gawping, you're a healer, aren't you?
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Oh, of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
And I do
I get told
believe...
to hold her down. So I just kneel next to them. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of today's session.
That is the end of today's session. I feel that we've made a little bit of progress in something. Getting our asses whooped. It's a skill. I'd say that I'm new to it, but I've had my ass whooped many a time. So yeah, we will be back, me and Crit Commissions will be back next Tuesday for more Final Fantasy XIV. I will be back on Thursday for XCOM 2 and on Friday for Hitman 3, I believe. I hope that you will all join us then. Let's just quickly bring it up and see if there's anybody around that's... We're actually going to raid Shanghai, who is also playing Final Fantasy XIV online.
Beware of potential spoilers going ahead.
Yes, I don't think that's a concern for most of the people in my chat, and I will just be popping into... I can never spell the guy's name. Shanghai. So if you there we go. Shanghai. So yeah, hope to see you over there. If not, I hope to see you next time. Taddy bye. Oh, Crit Commissions, do you want to shout out?
I do artsy things on social media. Hey!
Search for Crit Commissions on many social media and you'll find them, probably. Alright, until next time. Daddy bye.